When I'm in the forge, I really get into the zone. I mean, the heat, the smell of metal, I get absorbed in the process. It's easy to get lost in the flames, seeing them shoot from the mouth of the forge. It's an incredibly satisfying, immersive experience. My name is Master Sergeant Mike Andriacco, and I am the manager for 18th Air Force Public Affairs. I work with the commander to prepare them for base visits, speeches, commander's calls, handle press releases, media queries. I also manage the 18th Air Force webpage as well as the Facebook page. So my interest in blacksmithing actually stems from an interest in bladesmithing. I started doing that first after wanting to do it for probably decades. This is like the realization of an extremely old dream for me. And then I just sort of said, I've got the forge, I've got metal that I can get locally fairly inexpensively that's not suitable for knives but is good for other projects, so let me see what else I can do. And I've sort of been doing both ever since. I enjoy it so much because there's very much a creative aspect to it that's mentally stimulating, as well as a physical aspect to it. My job is extremely cerebral, work at a desk. I don't get to get out and be as physical as I'd like to be, so this provides kind of an outlet, and it's really good for my work-life balance, it's good for my sanity, it's something I can focus on entirely, and I get to make really useful things that are gonna last pretty much forever if they're taken care of. When I'm working in the shop, whether it's blacksmithing or bladesmithing, I like to make useful things. Hooks, racks, things to hang plants from, dinner bells. When it comes to bladesmithing, I like to think of it as I make tools, not weapons. So I'll make knives for camping, hunting, bushcrafting. Kitchen knives are kind of one of my favorite things to do because I'm also pretty passionate about cooking. So basically, things you can use, things that'll last, things that have a purpose. It's incredibly satisfying to finish a knife and be able to take it into the house and help prepare my family's dinner with it. It gives me, for me personally, it gives me a real strong connection to my food and what I'm preparing. You know, it's such a satisfying feeling, and honestly, I feel like it tastes a little better when I make it with something that I forged myself. I was incredibly fortunate to get selected to be on Forged in Fire's Battle of the Branches Air Force episode. Gave me an opportunity to compete against 3 other airmen and former airmen for a chance to represent the Air Force in a Battle of the Branches episode against the winners of the other branch episodes. After years of practice, I finally felt like I was to a place where I could try out for the show and basically challenge myself. Overall, it was an incredible experience. It was exhausting, I'm not gonna lie. 3 hours to forge a blade puts a lot of pressure on you when you have that clock ticking down and you look up and you have to overcome challenges that show up from not being in your home forge, working with tools that aren't your own, that you're not necessarily familiar with. But it was incredibly satisfying to do what I did in that environment and kind of prove to myself whether or not I belong to be there.